The Tale of the Chameleon. There was once a little girl who had a grandmother. One day, her grandmother fell gravely ill. She had a stroke. They rushed her to the hospital, and there, she almost died. In fact, she did die, but only briefly. Within a minute, the doctors managed to revive her, and her heart started beating again. The girl went with her mother to visit her grandmother. When they arrived, the grandmother shared something chilling. She told them she had a vision while she was on the brink of death. In it, someone attacked and killed the girl. The grandmother couldn't make out who the person was, not whether it was a man or a woman. The only thing she noticed was that the person had mismatched eyes, one gray and one green. The girl vowed to avoid anyone with eyes like that. Shortly after sharing her vision, the grandmother's condition worsened, and she passed away. The girl knew she had to honor her promise. Failure to do so would bring dire consequences. Sometime later, the girl's mother had to go on a business trip to a neighboring region. She left by intercity bus. That same evening, the girl saw a breaking news report about a horrific bus accident. A single person had died, a woman. The broadcast even showed a body covered with a white sheet. From under the sheet, a pair of red boots stuck out. The girl froze. She recognized those boots immediately. They belonged to her mother, custom made just for her. She frantically called her mother, not even daring to hope for an answer. But to her surprise, her mother picked up. Calmly, her mother explained it was a different bus and a different woman. Relieved, the girl decided not to tell her father, not wanting to worry him. But then came the strange part. In the same news report, they interviewed the bus driver involved in the accident. The driver had mismatched eyes, one gray, one green. The next day, the girl's mother returned from her trip. The girl was stunned into silence. Her mother's eyes were now mismatched, one gray, one green. When she finally found her voice, she whispered,
"Mom, your eyes, they're different colors.
So?
They used to be brown, both of them."
Oh, don't be silly. Maybe I'm wearing colored contact.
But, Grandma,
What about Grandma?
she said to beware of people with mismatched eyes.
Don't believe everything you hear. Now calm down.
Her mother stroked her head and tucked her into bed, even though it was only 7 in the evening. The girl couldn't sleep. An hour later, her father came in, sat on the edge of the bed, and said, "I have bad news. Your mother has passed away. She was in an accident yesterday. The bus crashed into a truck. Everyone survived, except your mother."
What? But I just talked to her.
The girl stared at her father in horror. His eyes, one was gray, the other green.
Your eyes, they're mismatched too. Who are you? Tell me. What are you?
I am the chameleon. I have no body of my own. I can only live in the corpse of the freshly dead. That's why I kill, to inhabit their bodies for as long as they remain usable. When they start to decay, I move on to the next. Your father? I killed him last night. And now, it's your turn. Her father smiled coldly. Her father's body, once small and frail, now moved with unnatural strength. Fighting him was like fighting a steel statue. Don't struggle. Just let me strangle you. If you fight back, I might accidentally ruin your face, and I'll have to live with it for a while. The girl's hands scrambled blindly and found a pair of metal knitting needles. She gripped them tightly and with all her strength plunged them into the chameleon's mismatched eyes. 2 wet pops echoed in the room like balloons bursting. A hissing noise filled the air, accompanied by a foul, putrid stench. The body fell to the floor. It was her father's lifeless corpse. But then, the face began to change. It became her mother's face. Warm, familiar, and heartbreaking. Then it changed again. The face of the bus driver from the news appeared. Then another face, a stranger's. And another. And another. Oh. The chameleon, in its final moments, revealed all the faces it had worn, every life it had stolen.